Hey, what's up everybody? David, Pro Duo Flippers. This is Melissa. We are going to talk today about Poshmark and kind of Poshmark versus eBay. So we have been doing eBay for a long time, especially me. As you know, or maybe not, may not know, Melissa joined me full time. She quit her job back in August.
End of August.
End of August. So she's been with me since September. Day one, I guess, pretty much. And she also had a couple months in there when we first quarantined back in March or April or somewhere. There was 2 months there, and that's kind of how she got her trial of reselling. She helped me out during that time, and we ended up making enough to cover her job. Anyway, so I've been doing eBay for a long time. We've talked about adding Poshmark for a few different reasons. The biggest reason was we wanted to take advantage of the shipping of Poshmark shipping. It costs you $7.11 to ship anything, regardless of weight, up to 5 pounds. And so we thought that was pretty attractive, and we know that Poshmark's been getting more and more popular, and people are pretty successful with that. So we thought we would give it a try and add it to the mix and see how it goes. And we wanted to give it a decent fair shot. We didn't want to just try it for a month and then just decide maybe it wasn't working. But so we started this back right when she started, pretty much, or maybe even a couple months before.
I think it was
maybe even before we quit. She started doing
June
a little
or
bit
July?
Poshmark. Yeah, so I think we opened an account in June or July and just kind of started doing it. And then once she was full time in September, we really kind of ramped it up. Is that right? I guess you
think
did
so.
start before you even quit your job. So anyway,
Yeah.
we've given it about a 6-month trial, but I should say that the last couple of months we haven't done much with it. So in all fairness, so I would say that Poshmark has some great things about it and some not so great things about it. And overall, I'll just go ahead and say that we've decided that we're not going to continue to do Poshmark. We will probably leave what we have in our store there until it eventually sells, and we will probably leave it there as kind of a backup in case something ever happens with eBay, or in case we ever want to start it up again. Melissa kind of ran the show with Poshmark. All I really did was finalize the listings. She pretty much did everything else.
Yeah, so I would go through the whole process, pictured, and then list them. And David would go through and I think first he started doing all the listing, and then I started trialing to do them, and then he would double check them before we.
Yeah, I just kind of reviewed them, and then I just submitted them or whatever, as long as everything was okay, or maybe made a few minor tweaks. But basically, she's been doing all the work with Poshmark as far as customer service, dealing
Wow.
with customers. Go ahead.
For like the first 2 months. And then I was like, you know what? I don't want to. Because I was and still not knowledgeable in how much, because people come at you with offers, and then I'm like, is this a good offer? And I just
Yeah,
kind of
that's
got
true.
tired of asking, is this a good offer?
That's true. I kind of started taking care of the offers at that
Yeah.
point and deciding whether we would take the offer or counter offer or whatever, because that's true. She didn't really know like how much they should be selling for. She didn't really know how much I paid for them, so it was difficult for her to make that decision about whether she should be taking the offer or not.
Yeah.
So that's true. I kind of took over the offers on that part of it. But as far as if people had questions, I guess she would answer those, and everything else she packaged the stuff up. I printed out the labels for her. That was about all I did as far as that goes. And the sharing, of course.
Yeah, the sharing. So that's what
I
is
never shared at all, not
time
once.
consuming. It's very time consuming. I tried 3 times a day, twice a day, once a day, different times of the day, different days of the week. I would just do it, and nothing was seeming like it was lining up of, hey, this is a good time to share it. So I kind of just stopped.
Yeah, and we never really saw like a difference. Like, I got to say that even when we stopped sharing, our sales didn't really stop coming in
Yeah.
through any differently. So maybe we just didn't ever figure it out. Maybe we haven't given enough effort. I do think that Poshmark has some good things about it, like like the shipping. I think the shipping is good. We've had 0 returns, or did we have 1 return?
We had 1 return.
1 return. So, and I think we've sold like, I'm going to say in the neighborhood of like 140 things over 6 months. So we did have some success with it. I'm not saying that Poshmark is not a viable platform. I do definitely think it is. I think the difference for us is that I kind of feel I have so much experience with eBay. I think that it just gives us a leg up for doing eBay. And so it makes more sense for us to just take that time that we would have spent on Poshmark and just put more listings up on eBay. And so for us, I think that that's what we're going to do, is just stick with eBay and just keep growing that. Like I said, I have a lot of knowledge on eBay. I just feel like I have my system down. And so it just works better for us, and we don't feel like we're wasting time with sharing with so many offers. I mean, hardly anything that we sold full price. I mean, probably out of the 140 things we've sold, maybe 10 of those sold full price. Everything else was either they sent an offer or we sent an offer, or there was some kind of counter offer involved. And I just don't think that we're probably making as much as we could for those same items on eBay. In some cases, it may be a little bit higher. And maybe I should also throw in this, that it could just be that here in Idaho, or for the way we're sourcing, the items that we're picking up maybe just don't do as well on Poshmark as others. So I'm not saying, I really all we could ever do on any of these YouTube videos or any on Instagram is talk about our experience. So our experience may not be the same as somebody else who's living somewhere else and picking up name brand, designer brands and stuff that perhaps do much better on Poshmark. And I will say that, like I've already said, I think, is that Poshmark, I think, is definitely viable. I think that we could probably make a living off of Poshmark. I just think that we do better on eBay. So,
We also with Poshmark, you can bundle things, and we had a few people bundle stuff, and then that $7.11 goes away. And whatever they bundle, we pay the rest of that shipping.
if it's over 5 pounds.
If it's over 5 pounds, which is normally it is, because we sell heavy boots and we had heavy coats.
Yeah.
And so it got up to where we were paying, I think, what did we pay? $20?
Yeah, there was a couple
to ship
times.
Something.
Like I said, Poshmark is a good deal for shipping between 1 and 5 pounds. If you're less than 1 pound, it's not a good deal because you can't send first class, right? So we sell a lot of stuff that is less than 1 pound, and that stuff should be on eBay because you can send it first class. And then if you get over 5 pounds, you really should be sending something that's over 5 pounds, maybe FedEx or UPS, to get a better rate, but you don't have that option on Poshmark either. So I think Poshmark is great for those items that are between 1 and 5 pounds, and not so great for those that are below a pound and over 5 pounds, because all of a sudden you're not paying a very good price for shipping, and the fees on Poshmark are a little bit higher, 20%. I do like, there are a few other things about Poshmark I like you don't have to pay listing fees, so you can put as much on there as you want, and without charging anything. You don't have to pay any kind of store subscription with you do with eBay. And so it's very straightforward and simple as far as fees go, 20%. That's pretty much it. And then, like we mentioned, I do like that returns, Poshmark kind of takes care of the sellers. We had 1 return out of 140 or so. That's great. eBay, you do have to deal with more returns. But overall, eBay is cheaper fee-wise. Even when you count listing fees and subscription fees, I'm paying less than 15% overall. So eBay is better there. eBay just has a ton more traffic. I mean, if you compare the amount of buyers that are on eBay, it's something like 10 times or more than the amount of Poshmark. So it makes sense that you're going to sell more there. So I guess that's really all we have to say about it. I do think that we'll keep it, like we said, as a backup in case we ever need, things could change. We may start getting different inventory or something. Like we've talked about this year, we're probably going to try getting a couple pallets of inventory. And if we did that with clothing of certain brands that seemed like they might do better on Poshmark, then maybe we'll put them there. And that's kind of the same way we feel about Amazon. I have an Amazon account. I don't really do anything, but every once in a while we may find some certain things that would do well on Amazon, and we'll throw them on there. And so I do get a little bit of sales off Amazon, and we still get a little bit off Poshmark. I would say we've averaged about 1,000 a month on Poshmark, but we kind of stopped. So a couple months ago, I think that we could have easily grown that. I think our best month was $1,500 or so. Mm-hmm. If we would have kept putting more in there, I'm sure we could have got up to 2,000, 3,000, 4,000. But we're doing like 15,000 plus on eBay, so it just doesn't really make sense to take away our time from eBay. We really feel like we're kind of experts there. We know what we're doing. There's more buyers out there. The fees are lower. And if you know what you're doing with shipping, you can kind of offset some of that, like by using FedEx or UPS and first class for USPS. So that overall, maybe you're not really paying that much more for shipping on eBay. But that's kind of our take on it. Do you have anything else you want to say about it?
No.
I think I feel kind of good that we're just kind of letting it go. It feels less stressful to me to deal with mostly with one platform. And that one is just kind of, like I said, so many offers you have to share. I do want to say thank you to anybody out there that follows us that might have been sharing our closet. I would say stop doing that. Don't waste your time on sharing our closet anymore, because we're not going to be sharing it ourselves, and we're not going to be putting probably any new items. That it could change, but we're probably not going to be putting any more new items on there. We haven't put any new items in there. It's been a good 2 or 3 months since we put anything on there.
And we do have a few people that share consistently for us, and I really appreciate that.
Yeah.
Without going and grabbing my phone, I couldn't tell you who they are.
Yeah,
But
thank you.
But thank you so much.
And I'm sure it helped us. Melissa quickly got established as an ambassador, and we've got like 12,000 followers. I don't really know what that means as far as Poshmark world goes. If that's probably not a ton, but anyway, I would say it was successful. It was a successful trial, but just not in our mind worth it, as opposed to just taking that time and energy and putting it more into eBay. So that's kind of the results for us. So
Yeah.
if you have any questions or comments, just leave them below. We'll respond to them. Please like, comment, share, subscribe to the channel. If you want to follow us on Instagram, we are Pro Duo Flippers there too. And that's it. So sum it up. Poshmark is probably a no-go for us, but we prefer eBay. I know there are just as many people who would say the opposite, and that's great. Do whatever platform you enjoy and you're successful with. For us, it's going to be eBay. But thanks, guys. Appreciate your time.